Hey, what's going on, guys? Procrastinator here, and today we are back in gmod for another mod tutorial thing. Today we are going to be looking at the Stargate mod, or the Carter's add-on pack. This adds a whole bunch of crap, so I'm going to be separating this series, I guess, into little itty-bitty sections. This section is going to be dedicated to the stargates and the ships, and what you can do with said stargates and ships. If you don't know what Stargate is, it's a TV show it's a sci-fi TV show that basically revolved around this thing, which is a Stargate. It basically creates a stable wormhole from one point to another. Sorry for the lag today, it's a bit just laggy. Alright, so what you want to get, anyway, what you want to do is you want to hold Q, go into the Stargate tab, and then go down to Stargates and Rings in order to get to the DHD and the Stargates. Now, the DHD allows you to control the Stargate. What you do is you press this big orange button here, and then it will give you a list of all the Stargates that are in the map. This is just an entire list. These ones right here are the ones that I've spawned, and these here are the ones that are on the map. I'm not going to be using a DHD at the moment because I need to know which DHD is going to control which Stargate, so I'm just not going to use them. But these are the different types. You used each of these the exact same way, they just have different designs. Like this one, you push, just that, and then you can pull up that menu. You can also dial it manually, like that, and just close it down. And this one, you just dial it like that. Voila. Now, to the Stargates themselves. This is the Atlantis Gate. All of them look different and can sometimes do different, can't talk today. They look different, but also have different sort of event horizons, which you will see soon. Just go up and press E. Make sure you check this little box up here to do fast dialing, or also just go kind of slow. Alright, we will do mod tutorial. Dial up, a bit loud. And voila, you have created a stable wormhole from here to here. The little sploosh you see will kill you if you are standing in it. But these work exactly like they do in the show, and you can just go straight through them. Then they'll close afterwards. Voila. That was the Atlantis Gate. Now we will move on to the Infinity Gate. Now I don't like this one's event horizon because it's from an animated series, so it doesn't look too great. These two are kind of levitated off the ground. That's because I messed up while setting this up. But you can still jump through all of these, and they make little flibbles. Sorry about that. If you were to go back through the wormhole, like if you go in through here, and then you end up here, and you try and go back through, it will just kill you. Wormholes are one directional only. This is the SG-1 Stargate. This is the second Stargate that you ever actually see, because the first one is the movie Stargate. Let me just dial it up. Oh no, this is the movie Stargate, so this is the first one you ever see. The chevrons don't light up, they just kind of click. And it has a bit of a different sound to it. And yeah. Alright, let's close this one down. I'm not going to be hopping through them anymore because it's getting a bit far away. This one is the Orlan Minigate. This is a one-time use Stargate. So if I were to go mod tutorial, it would open up, but it's super duper tiny. So only one person can get through it. And those little gray things, like you see the event horizon turn gray, if you walk through while that's happening, you will die. So let's see if I can time it right. Boom. Then 2. And then go. Oh, I'm stuck. Just jump. Uh-oh. Made it. If I were to hit the gray thing, then it would kill me. An event horizon glory. But yeah, this will shut off after a while. I don't think you can shut it off manually. And it's a one-time use, pretty much. So we will continue on. This is the SG1 gate. We'll just use spawn as an example because that one's already open and you can't dial an open gate. That is the SG1 gate. That is the gate you will see the most. Good lord. Yeah, the Orland gate is very loud when shutting down. This is the one you will see the most if you watch this series. Well, the first series at least. This is the Tolan gate. This is a super duper thin alien stargate. One of the aliens in the series actually built this. And rather than having it like spin and dial, it just lights up. Yep. It's really cool though. I really like this one. And it's quick to dial even when there's no fast dialing on. Now, for the last one, which is actually kind of my favorite one. It looks the best. The Universe Gate. Let's scroll down. This one, the entire Stargate rotates, not just little bits inside. And the event horizon is very different. Oh. As you can see, rather than blue, it's a sort of silvery gray. That's because this was used to travel in between galaxies, pretty much. This was on a ship, and then you had to travel through galaxies, so it's not a nice deep blue color. But it still looks nice, and I really like it. Anyway, that is all for the Stargates, but I am going to show you some of the things you can do with these Stargates, because some things are pretty freaking cool. Alright, let's go through here. Let's do mod tutorial and open up the Stargate. Open it up. Now, if you were to go to Q, and then you go to weapons, then shape charge, this is pretty much a directional charge. It won't explode except for on this end right here. So it'll only explode in that direction. If you were to take this, put it right up to the Stargate. Ooh. Put it right up there. And then E, and we'll just set it in for 5 seconds. This will create a wormhole jump, or it should, unless I've messed it up. In which case it'll just... Yep, there. See? This gate just got so much energy pushed through it that it disconnected from that gate and moved to that one. And that's pretty cool, because that means you can just sort of bloop, and it can be in a different place. It's not entirely useful, unless you're trying to troll someone, but who would ever do that? Anyway, next up is the ships. Now, there's a vast variety of ships here. And there's one actually missing, and there's also one Stargate missing, because I'm going to show those at the end, because they tend to crash the game. First up, we'll go from right to left. First up is the Destiny Shuttle. This was used in Stargate Universe. Hold space and use WASD to move around. If you just hold W and shift, you will speed up. Left click. Fire some Destiny blasts. ALT. Put up a shield so it's a bit more well defended. If we bump into things at super high speeds. Boop. Our hull is still damaged, but it deflects against most standard weapons and all the weapons in the Stargate mod, which I will get to in a different video. So that's the Destiny Shuttle. It is hollow inside and a bit glitchy, but doesn't matter. Next up is the Death Glider. I don't know why that is happening, whether I'm in front of it. I don't know. Anyway, this is the main fighter of the Goa'uld, which are a very evil race of aliens. Not much to this one. It's a bit crap, because if you let go of W, you plummet down to the earth, like an actual airplane. If you left click, you get some nice staff blast. And that's pretty much it. If you use your mouse wheel, you can roll. And that goes for most other ships as well. So yep, there's the Death Glider. Just hop out of there, let it crash to the ground. Alright, next one is a kind of a mix of a weapon and a ship, even though it's not a ship, it's just a chair. If we get a, well, where is it at? A drone launcher. And we do our CAF stuff. You are going to need space build in order to get some of the things in this mod to work. We get ourselves a ZPM from the Stargate tab. And a Smart Link tool. We'll link all this stuff up. And we step on it. It will light up. If we sit in the shower. Oh, come on. There we go. And we open it up. Left click. It'll fire a whole bunch of drones. Not exactly accurate. You can't exactly can't direct them too good, but they are there nonetheless. Let's get rid of those. So that was the drone chair. The next one is the F302, which they just recently fixed because this mod just got sort of an update. If you press E on this and then E again, you can get in. This does hold 2 people. It's just a bit fiddly to get it in with 2 people. If you press 1, you can go into the cockpit view. If you press H, you can get rid of that irritating menu. But I'm going to need 3rd person for this. You go forward, and then you press Control, put the landing wheels in, and then you are flying. You can also spin it around, I believe. Yep, there we go. Do a barrel roll, even though it's an aileron roll, but whatever. Come on, spin back around. If you left click, you got some nice little energy blast. Ooh, I'm trying to straighten it out. Come on. There we go. This one is kind of like the Death Glider. If you stop holding W, it will fall to the earth. Yeah, but left click and you get some little machine gun fire. If you press R and then you left click, got yourself some missiles. And that's pretty much it. Unless you press 2. I believe it's 2. Yep, it's 2. You get an ejector seat. And the F302 explodes behind you. And then you get a concussion. Next up is the Gate Glider. Or as I like to call it, the Needle Threader. Because that's what it was called in the show. If you come up to a gate, press R, it will activate a DHD. If you click somewhere, it will start dialing. Now this was used to get certain ships just through the gate, but it's very, very large for a gate ship. Because it just barely fits through, as you can see. Just barely. That's why they call it the Needle Threader. But if you head through, it's a bit glitchy and it gets stuck. So just get out and then explode. Then get back out there. That was the Needle Threader. The next one is a far superior gate ship, is the Puddle Jumper. You press that button right there. Lowers the hatch. And press this button right here. Oh, come on. There's also a Puddle Jumper remote, which I should probably get, because that's kind of important for this. Jumper remote. If you press right click, opens and closes the little door. If you press left click, it cloaks the whole ship. Besides these, but most people can't see those. If you get in, you can actually see the ship, and if someone were out there, they couldn't see you or the ship, since you are inside. So that's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and close up the door. We will open up the main doors. And you can't actually sit in these little seats right here. See? Just sit right there, and then you get stuck in the roof, but whatever. Alright, let's hop back in. If you press E on this, if you are in the right place, and you stop freaking going everywhere, you can get in. Hold space and then WASD to move around. And then shift to open up the drive pods to go faster. This is the most interesting ship, the one that they've put the most design into for this mod, which is really cool because this is a very extensive ship. If you press Q, you will open up a little drive, just little weapon pods. If you left click, fires those little drones that we got from the chair earlier. If you left click then right click, they will track to certain places. I don't exactly know how that works, but it does, so yeah. If you press G, got yourself a shield. If you press G again, you get rid of it. And if you press Alt, you cloak. Now, you can only have the cloak or the shield on. You can't have them both on at the same time. But one of the main things about this ship is it is a gate ship. This is the easiest ship to get through the gate by far. If we just press R, we'll go to the large hangar, just so I can actually fly through it. Wait for it to dial up. This is the easiest ship to get into the gate, and yeah, if you press 1, you also go into first person H, and you can see all the stargates, and if there was someone else here, I'd be able to see their life signs. Let's go ahead and fly through this thing. Voila. And open up the drive pods, and we're through. Yeah, that's the easiest ship to get through the gate, and it's by far the most detailed and just extensive of the ships. Next, we have the Teltac cargo ship. This is a very, very interesting ship because it has rings on the bottom. If you left click with this little ring color, you get transported up. This is the cargo area. If you go back here, this little hyperdrive, which we will get to later. And if we go through here, we have the main bridge. These things here are supposed to be escape pods. I don't know if they actually work or if they're supposed to work. So yeah. If you press E here, sorry, my freaking throat is dying because I forgot some water. You can fly it around. If you press Alt, the ship can cloak, even though the panels and the rings and the doors don't cloak with it, which is a bit irritating, but what can you do? If you press Enter, you will go into parking position. You can free roam the little camera. If you press 2, if you press 2, it'll open up the doors, which is in a really cool animation. So if I was landed, if I just go whoop, people could get in, I could close the doors and fly away, or open them again. It's a bit glitchy. It's not a perfect mod. If you press 1, you can get into the little cockpit view, but if you press 1 again, you get into the ring view pretty much. So that way you can see what you're getting ready to put onto your ship. Because this is a cargo ship, it uses those rings to get cargo and stuff. But if you press left click while you're in the landing position, so you have to press Enter in order to go into the landing position, and then you left click, it will do a little beam, which is really freaking cool. And you can just move it along, and this will kill pretty much anything in its path. If we press Enter again, it will get rid of the beam. But if we hold R, we get a nice little hyperdrive charge. And this works exactly like a jump drive. It's not exactly a hyperdrive, more of a jump drive, because it kind of just teleports you. But it's still pretty freaking cool. Alright, down to the second to last ship, which I'm going to need a NPC volunteer for. Alright, let's go. NPCs, just get some Father Gregory. Have him sitting there. This ship can also fit through the gate, but that's not its primary function. This is also the fastest ship, though. If you left click, you can get little energy blasty blast. This is the fastest ship in the entire mod. But if you press C, get this little beam thing. If you fly over an NPC, gotta be kind of low, it will suck them up. This is a tractor beam, pretty much. And at any time, you could just press Alt and beam them back down, which is cool. It's a very good way to troll people. Yeah. Time for the last two things, because they kind of work well together. So I'm going to delete everything. Alright. Everything has been deleted. Now for the last two things. First, we'll get the two stargates. The two big stargates. This is a supergate. Wait for it to form. This thing is pretty freaking huge. To give it to scale, I am about as big as one of these things. Actually, can I? Third person. No, it will not let me third person. But basically, I'm as big as like maybe about half of one of these things. And is made up of a lot of them. So that's pretty freaking huge. Let's get another one. It spawns where you're at, not where you're looking. So you have to make sure that you are where exactly you want that supergate to be. I love the little forming of it as well. It's like doop 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 doop. Alright, let's dial it up. Now, the ship that I'm about to spawn can crash your game if you use the weapons. It's just too taxing on the processor or something. I don't freaking know. But whenever you fire your weapons, either things will turn invisible or it will crash. Or both, if you're extremely lucky. Alright, let's dial this thing up. Little electricity things flowing. Let's try and get them both in the same shot. Oh, not gonna happen. God, that is freaking cool. Sorry, I'm nerding out a bit, but that is really cool. The event horizon is really cool as well. Let's actually... Oh, can I do it? No. Oh well. I was going to disable auto close, but it should be fine. Now, for the last ship. The biggest ship. The BC-304 Daedalus. This thing is huge. It doesn't have any interiors or anything, so I can reduce on lag. But if you press E on it anywhere, normally you would go up into these little hangar bays. Press E. Those hangar bays are for F-302s. They don't open, but they are for F-302s. And you just fly around. Hold shift and you go a bit faster. And like I said, if you decide to fire any weapons, your game will die and cry, and it'll be like, why have you done this to me? But if you want to test that, all you need to do is press R, and you will go into the Asgard beam weapons, and you will need to right-click in order to fire them. Then you press R again, and you're at the top. I don't know why my feet are here. But then you left-click to fire the railguns. I'm not going to do that because I need to get this video done. So... time to fly through the gate. This is really cool. Uh-oh. I feel the lag. So cool. Let me see if I can show this off real quick. If I just... Oh, come on. Alright. Sweet. It will put you back at spawn whenever you... Yeah! The stargates will actually not disintegrate it, but dematerialize it as it's going through. Yeah, you can see these little cannons, but it's really cool. Can I? Oh, I can't use the gravity gun on it. But it's really cool because that front half is just dematerialized, getting ready to go through that one. So yeah, let me see if I can like put more of the ship in through the supergate. Alright, there we go. Yep, there you go. Yeah, the cannons are still there, but whatever. This is freaking cool. It's like, oh, it's actually dematerializing. And then you delete it. Anyway, that has been the Stargate mod for the Stargates and the ships. My name is the Porcelain Procrastinator. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more stuff. And from Father Gregory, we will see you all next time.